to the Browns. Hopefully you aren't grossed out by snake skins. My friend saved these for me, and I'm interested to see what may be made with them. Our family loves your channel. All the best, the Smiths. Thank you very much. I thought it might be a really cool material to use in a knife handle. A while ago I bought 3 of these knife kits, and I've already used 2 of them. First one was made from dyed ramen noodles, and the second one was made with a blue kitchen scrubber. And I've also got this cool mold for making knife handle blanks, which apparently are called scales. I'm going to put snake skin in my scale blank. First thing we want to do is hit this with a little mold release. And we can set that aside for now. And so I'm going to start with a very thin layer of black resin, and then I will put down the snake skin and a clear resin over the top of that. The mold's actually really thin, and we're going to be doing some pretty shallow casts. This should work very well for that. Our last die trying video actually used this face cream and got a really dark black with it. So we're going to go ahead and try it today. A couple drops of that face cream and yeah, it looks fantastic. We don't need a lot, just a thin layer. Just cover that up, keep any dust out while that cures. That is a very, very black casting. Some bubbles here. Maybe I should have put it in the pressure pot. Oh, it's good. It's a good thickness. Oh, what if I do that? It's matte, but there's no line of bubbles there. I think that's an easy choice. Okay, cool. Let's put that aside. So I'm wearing gloves because I really, 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 really don't want to touch this. It's such an unnatural feeling. I just don't. Oh my gosh.
Okay, oh wowzers.
What is happening?
Oh gosh.
What is happening?
How big was that?
I don't know.
Hey.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to do this anymore. This is freaking me out. I just want you to know I'm overcoming some pretty base fears here just doing this. I've never held a snake, ever. And I am getting some very strange vibes just touching this. As I understand it, this is a normal part of being a snake. At some point you get too big for your skin and you shed some, I guess, and leave this behind. So this is not a dead animal. This is a casting off so they can continue to grow. Let's find a nice, pretty section of this and cut it up. That is six inches across. I'm guessing I can just cut a section of this. It's very fragile. It feels really fragile. It's making a horrible sound. I'm just gonna be honest. It's making a horrible. I wish it would stop making that horrible sound. I feel like something's gonna strike me from the ground. Going through a little spurt of personal growth here. I am not claustrophobic. I do not have a fear of heights. I don't even have a fear of pain. Like, I don't mind going to the dentist. I don't mind getting shots. I'm not afraid of any of that stuff. I am afraid of bees. Like, unnaturally afraid of bees. And apparently, I'm not fond of snake skins. I think a little paint stick. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's definitely looking flatter, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. It has been a couple of days. Okay, that's definitely flat now. That's good. That's gonna work. This is so delicate. The pattern seems much more visible now that they're not stacked on top of each other. And then put the snake skin down. Here's what we've got. It's a little underwhelming. So I thought that the snakeskin was really going to pop on the black, and it appears to have done the opposite. It almost looks like carbon fiber to me more than anything else. I'm guessing that the only real issue here was the black background instead of a white background, so I'm going to give that a shot. And I'm also going to do it in 3 pours. I'll do the background, I'll do a very shallow pour to stick the snakeskin down, and then I'll do a flood pour on top of that to completely cover the snakeskin. All right, here we go. They are fully cured, and it just looks a lot better. Much better looking. Totally worth the effort. Now that we've got these to a thickness that I like, I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of carpet tape on the back here. Pretty close to what it should be, but it gives us a little bit of room to tidy things up after the last step. And we're just going to rough everything up with 80 grit sandpaper. It gives the resin a better chance of sticking to the knife. Got blue tape on the knife, partly so that I won't cut myself, and partly so that I won't get it covered in resin. we've got it the right shape, let's go ahead and sand and polish this. So the grits that I go through are 180, 240, 320, 400, 600, and 800. Let me break out the micro mesh, the polishing pads I use. It's its own grit system. Starts at 1500 and goes through to 12,000. I'm going to go ahead and sand this wet. And you just work through the pads and you get a very nice finish. I'm not sure I'm making a very practical handle here, just because it will be pretty slick. Practical's not really my thing. That polished up super nice. The black handle seemed like a really good idea at the time. As soon as it came out, I knew it was a really bad idea. It kind of has a carbon fiber look, and this totally looks like snakeskin. I ended up really liking the two halves, even though they weren't the first one that I picked. And all three of these knives have completely different materials. The first one was ramen, second one was Scotch-Brite pad, and the third one was snakeskin. And Laurel and the whole Smith family, thank you again for the snakeskins. I have quite a lot of snakeskin left. If you have ideas for what I can use this for, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. I have to say, I wasn't sure I was going to get through even just getting it out of the bag. As we went from original packaging to the flattened one to once it was cut in half, and then it just kind of looked like an interesting sort of paper, it was less and less hard for me to handle it. The clear resin on top, the micro mesh, and then you just get this cool shimmer from the individual, I think they're called scales. Now I have 3 knives with crazy handles, but I feel like I progressed as I went forward. The first one, I forgot to put the pins in. Second one, I got the pins in. And the third one, I rounded over all the edges like you guys kept saying. I got so many comments about rounding the edges. I did it. I'm not a knife guy. This will probably never get used, but if someone does pick it up, it feels really good. It's got a real nice feel. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share, all those things help me out a ton. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.